perfect time with the perfect partner to launch probably the best fighting game ever made.
The UFC is the #1 fighting franchise in the world, but on top of that, they are the best licensor you could ask for as a video game publisher. I mean, you name it, everything under the sun that makes the UFC brand what it is, we have access to, and I mean every single thing. So in that respect, I mean, it's a dream relationship to be working with them on the video game.
I love TSU. Couldn't go with a better company to make the game.
Anything you do, you got to be passionate about it. And when they came out and pitched us, one of the things that I liked is they had already been studying Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, kickboxing, wrestling, boxing. They were already into it before they even knew they had to deal with us. And they started talking to us about all the little details about grappling and how this game needs to be. When we met with them, we knew it was a no-brainer. They were the guys to go with, and I'm glad we did.
In creating UFC 2009 Undisputed, our objectives were really simple. #1, we wanted to create a experience that's true to the UFC brand. #2, a quality game that is true to the sport of mixed martial arts and gives players all the simulation and feeling of being a fighter in the octagon. And obviously #3, make a game that's compelling and fun to play, that has responsive controls and just great gameplay, and on top of that, looks pretty good as well.
These guys did everything they could to make it as real as they could. And I think that, the true hardcore fans, as well as the casual guy who likes a fight game, will appreciate that.
I actually love the game. It's a really good game. The guy looked better than me, He looks just like me, but better, because I'm ugly as hell.
It looked pretty real. They couldn't even, like I even said, my ears really jacked up in the video game. They couldn't have made those normal. And I was really pale and hairy. So that's, I got that going for me.
Our control scheme is really created in a way it's very kind of pickup friendly, easy to pick up, but still rewards the player who kind of takes time to invest in the game and really specializes in learning all the specific reversals and transition positions.
And the moves and stuff, they got it down pat. I can tell they really putting pride into the game.
This thing, you can kick, knee, punch, elbow, slam to the ground, go for submissions, and they did a great job of putting in all those counters. It's a really great game.
Constant control gameplay really is defined as giving the player choice from any position from inside the octagon. So whether you're in a clinch or you're in a standing position or you're on the ground, we don't want to just create a situation that you're thrown into with one way to get out. I mean, we branch our animations to a ridiculous degree, but it's that level of commitment that we have to make the most accurate gameplay experience possible. So that sense of struggle that you have in real UFC fights is conveyed to the player.
Don't let me get knocked out. Train real hard. Don't let Rampage go down. Train hard, or you go use Rampage.
If you suck, play Quentin's character, not mine. If you're good, play my character, not his. Simple, right?
So the combat physics system in our game will actually create a very dynamic, realistic representation of in-game combat. So you'll actually be seeing punches skipping off arms, or flesh and body parts and arms and everything will deform and move accordingly to their collision with other objects, and that includes the actual octagon fence and everything, to really replicate the minutia of an actual fight. And so what results is this very dynamic gameplay experience that is, we have innumerable permutations in the animations that also affect gameplay as well. As you can see in the presentation, we don't choreograph where we put you in the gameplay. You're not hand-holded into predetermined positions. The physics system is actually going to affect which positions you might find yourself in, and depending on the other player's actions while you're trying to do something. So it's something that's aesthetically really cool, but something that also is going to make for a more realistic gameplay experience. this is going to be the best MMA game ever. Period.
All the UFC fans out there, I know the first game sucked. Trust me when I tell you, we wouldn't do that to you again. This is the best fighting game ever made.